Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds video, and today we're going to be going over a few tips that you guys probably have not known, or you guys might or may not know, in Unknown Battlegrounds. Now, these are really just general tips rather than making a whole separate video on a just, one tip. I'm going to go over like 4 or 5 general tips that'll help you guys improve your game just a little bit more. But before we start the video, if you guys can hit that subscribe button, we're getting so much closer to 3,000 subscribers, and that is meaning the world to me, guys. That's my biggest goal right now, is to get to 3,000. And then after that, obviously 4 or 5. You guys know the rule, but if you guys can subscribe, that'd be amazing. So let's get into the video. Let's go over a few tips that you guys probably haven't known, or some things that new players that probably don't really play Battle Royale games or third-person games or stuff like that might not know, that will help you improve your game a little bit. So the first tip is to third-person peek around corners and stuff like that. So if you guys don't know what that means, basically what it is if you know what third person is, obviously if you played the game before, you know what third person is. Basically, if you're behind a set of cover, basically you can stay behind that set of cover while peeking over the wall or around the tree or around the rock, so you can see what's going on while you aren't exposed. The only thing exposed is your camera, and they can't see that. They can't shoot your camera. So if you're sitting behind a rock and there's somebody exposed, you can see when they peek out, so that if you know that if their normal pattern is to peek out for like maybe 5-10 seconds, right when they peek out, and they're looking in maybe the wrong direction, just shoot them a few times and you'll get the kill. I know it seems like a really easy tip to know. You guys are probably commenting down below like, bro, listen, I came to this video for things that I didn't know, and I knew this. Now, obviously, it doesn't apply to everybody. I'm sure there's people that are watching this video that know every single thing I'm about to say, but this is for people that are really new to Battle Royale games and new to this game and stuff like that might not know these kind of things. So yeah, just if you know everything, I'm sorry. I just, I'm trying to get this to new players that really are trying to improve their game. So let's get into the next tip. So the next tip is punching and meleeing in this game is actually really good. Like if you're in a building, someone has a pistol like the one that starts with an A, or the one that's like the P, I don't know the names of the pistols because I just don't really care about the pistols. If you find like a crowbar or something like that, you can actually one-hit somebody in the head with a crowbar, literally just a one-hit. You just slash the thing, hit him in the head, and it kills them instantly. It's actually kind of overpowered, to be honest with you. Like sometimes I'll just run around in a building with like a machete or something, and it's even better than using a pistol. Like shotguns obviously are probably going to be better up close range, but if you miss your shot and someone comes up and hit you with a crowbar, don't feel sad, because I told you so, alright? You should have used that damn crowbar. Now, the next thing is kind of like just a game-only thing, just PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. Basically, it's when you're in a house, don't sprint, because what happens is the game's mechanics is kind of like weird, so it'll kind of like drift you in a, like it's weird because in this game, sprinting around corners and stuff, it's kind of like the mechanics of this game just don't work. Indoors, sprinting, it's kind of hard to control your guy, and it just doesn't work overall. So walking indoors is always better than sprinting around corners and trying it, because the mechanics in this game are a lot different than some games. When you turn the mouse, you turn, yes, but like the mechanics of the game make you like take wide. I don't know what it is about the game. It's just running indoors is not a good combination. Okay, so the next tip is a general tip that I have for you guys. Actually, I have a map that shows you guys something really cool. So it's basically going to show you all the car spawns and all the other spawns. I might make a separate video about this, not 100% sure yet, but basically what I've found is going to cities on the outside circle of the map, not the outside circle of like the safe zone, but the outside circle of the map, whether that be like George Pole, or the one over by the military base, or the one really north of the map. I'm not 100% sure about the names of the cities yet, so I'm just, generally on the outside of the map, there's typically better loot, like military vests, or like, level 3 helmets, level 3 backpacks. It tends to be on the outside of the map, and what I'm thinking the reason for that is because typically the safe zone is going to be towards the middle of the map, and that's where most people are going to be landing too, and the cities like the one that starts with a P, and I don't know, I'm just calling them the whatever they start with. Most people are going to be landing there, so all the good loot is on the outside, so that not everybody gets it, you know what I'm saying? So the one last tip that I have for you guys is actually a kind of useful tip. So basically, if somebody starts a game, they're in the game, they're in the plane, and the thing is, if somebody's AFK and doesn't get out of the plane, it'll obviously force them to get out of the plane, and it'll force them to land, and every single AFK person is going to land in the same exact area, because every single AFK person will get out at the end, and they're all going to land at basically the same area. So if there ever does end up being AFK players, which there tends to be maybe 1 or 2 a game, if you stay to the end of the plane ride and you can just get an easy, 1 or 2 kills, sometimes it can be 3 or 4 or 5. It just depends on the game, So that's really it I got for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.